This is the walkthrough video for PCTC 2022-23, Round 1 Senior, and this is Question 8, Animated Peel. So we essentially want to do this peeling process that they've described here a load of times to the word, which is quite complicated. And I think there are two obvious ways that come to my mind of how to solve the question. The first one is to do string slicing and string concatenation and stuff like that. But I think there's a nicer way you can do using lists. So I'm going to show you the list method now. So as usual, the first thing to do is to input whatever we need to input. And because this is the list method, you can probably guess that we want to turn our input into a list. And so to turn strings into lists in Python, we can use the list command. And that's going to split your string on every character and turn that into your list. Okay, and we want to do this peeling process for as many times as there are pairs of letters in your word. Okay, so that means we want the length of the word divided by 2. Because every time we peel 2 letters at a time. So we want the length of word, so len word divided by 2. And we're doing integer division because if we don't do integer division, we're going to get a decimal. But because we know it's even, we can get away with just doing this because I think it tells us we're always going to be given an even word. Okay, and you'll see why we need this later, but we want to figure out where the center is. So let's say this is going to be center left is going to be equal to that. Center right is going to be equal to that, and you see what I mean later. And that means center left is going to be equal to center right minus 1. Okay, so now what we want to do is for I in range, we want to do the peeling process this many times. How many times is going to be len word divided by 2? That's how many times we want to do this peeling process. And now this is the bit where all of this code we've written comes together. So first off, we want to peel the center left character. So in this case, I refer to the n, because that's in the center, but to the left of the center. And t would be the center right character. Okay, so to peel the center left character, we want to take our we want to take our list, so it's called word, and we want to pop that character. And in pop, we have to put our index, and our index is going to be center L. So center L represents the index of the center left character, and center R represents the index of the center right character. So we're going to pop that. We want to store that letter because we want to put it back to the front. So let's just call that letter equals that. And so what this does is it both removes the center left character and stores that character in this variable called letter, all in one line, which is quite nice. And then we want to put that character to the front. And in Python, to insert an element to the front of a list, we can use the insert command. So word.insert, and to put it at the front, let's put a 0 because 0 is the front, because Python 0 indexes. So we're going to insert it at index 0. And what we want to insert, we want to insert the letter we just popped. So this is the way what we've done. You've just done the peeling process on the center left character. Now we want to do the same process on the center right character. It's going to be letter equals word dot pop, center right. And this time we don't really need to use the insert command because we can just append it, because appending naturally appends your element to the end of the list. So we can just use the append command here. And so what these two lines do is they peel the center right character and put it to the end of the list. And after each peel, it wants us to print out what we've got so far. So we can't just print word because that's going to be a list of characters. We want to print, essentially what we can do in Python is we can join all of the elements in the list by using this join command. So we're joining all of the elements in the list word, and what's going to be between those elements is going to be nothing. So I've just put 2 quote marks here with nothing in between them. And this is going to take, for example, if my list was WORD, if you just print the list, it's just going to print that. But if you print this command, what it's going to do is it's going to join all of the elements in this list with a separator of that, which in this case is nothing. So it's actually just going to print out word because it joins all of the elements with nothing in between them. And so I think that's all it wanted. So if we submit the code, it should work. Yeah, so this idea of keeping track of the index and manipulating the list, that's the way I prefer to do this question. But there's another way to do it if you want. Perfect.